Hey everybody, my name is Shane Adams with Riding with Agents, and today we are going to tour Bouldin Creek. So Bouldin Creek sits in the 78704 zip code, smack dab in the middle of Zilker and Travis Heights. So we are just south of the river, and this is a great area for anybody looking for a house, mostly a house. I mean, there's definitely apartments and condos, but if you're a young family and you just want a yard, but you also still want to easily be able to walk or bike downtown, go out for dinner with the spouse after you get a babysitter and not be too far away from home, or for your kid, you just want some parks, but you don't want to be right downtown, then Bouldin is a great place to be, and you'll see why on this tour. If you want to find more information out about Bouldin Creek, check out our neighborhood guide at ridingwithaagents.com/Austin/Bouldin-Creek, and you could read all about it. You could see some blogs where we mention areas and restaurants in Bouldin Creek, as well as you could also connect with a realtor who has some local expertise in this area. So please enjoy this video, and I'll provide some commentary along the way, and then just let us know if you want any specific tour or a house tour, anything like that, and we could do that as well. So we are going to first start, and we're just off of South 1st Street, which Bouldin Creek is kind of bordered by, like I said, Zilker and Travis Heights, and those bordering streets are South 1st, or actually, I'm sorry, Lamar and South Congress. So we're gonna turn in here. This is where Alamo Drafthouse is. So this is an iconic movie theater for Austin. And these apartments right here are great. I actually had a good friend who lives here, and so it's super convenient if ever we want to watch a movie, or, you know, he was in a very convenient location to go downtown, what have you. So there's also restaurants here, and some hip places as well. So amazing graffiti here on Alamo Drafthouse. They have a full dinner menu and alcohol menu, so you can get boozy shakes if that's what you're into. But we're just going to go and leave this complex, turn right, and continue on to South Lamar, headed south. So I feel like Alamo kind of pioneered the whole, you know, don't talk, don't text, or get thrown out. I see a lot of other movie theaters doing that now. I really think that was kind of an Alamo thing. So Lamar is just going through a ton of construction. It's been since I've lived here for almost 10 years, just constantly getting built up. You know, the whole city is growing. I always think that's great. Right. So we're gonna go and head to one of my favorite restaurants that's in Bouldin, called Povo's, and it's a Mexican restaurant. I think they say they're an interior Mexican restaurant, and they now have 2 locations. So they have another location downtown, but this is their original location on South 1st. So I always get the pork adobado, and my brother always gets the beer fajitas. Both are amazing. And just ahead of us, you can see Bouldin Acres, which is a great pickleball bar, if you will. So pickleball has really taken off, I think, in the country, but especially in a place like Austin. Very hipster type of vibe. It's a very approachable sport if you've never tried. I play tennis, and, you know, some of my friends I can never play tennis in. I just want to be competitive. But the great thing with pickleball is it's very approachable. It's kind of a mix between ping pong and tennis, and so I could still get a good workout in and play competitively with friends who otherwise, you know, wouldn't be very competitive playing something like tennis. So I obviously need to work on a better mount for this phone, because it's just vibrating as all can be, unfortunately. All right, so the house is in Bouldin. There's a big mix, lots of tear down and rebuilds, lots of old bungalows. You know, you might have some grass overhanging. You know, that's kind of just the story here. It's just a wide mix. You know, you have restaurants and stores scattered in here. This is a great Thai place, Thai Fresh on the right. We did a cooking class there. My wife and I love Thai food. And yeah, here's an amazing place right here. I actually helped a friend buy one of these units. It's basically a lot that they subdivided into 4 properties, 4 new townhomes. And you'll see a lot of that as the city pushes for more density. You'll see developers buying lots and then splitting them. And it's tough because, you know, most people don't really want that to happen to their, you know, their next door neighbor, if you will. They'd rather just a single family, not, you know, 4 units be put up. But really, to keep a place like Austin affordable, you have to go for density. There's not really too many options to get around that. You just have to go denser and go up. Great little neighborhood place to grab a bite to eat or a coffee. So this is South First, so this kind of splits Bouldin Creek down the middle. So we're going to turn right here so you can see Povos, and then we're going to cut in to Bouldin Creek to see some more of the residential streets, as well as head over to the South Congress area so you can see my favorite breakfast diner. So here's Povos up here on the right. Again, love their food, love their margaritas. All right. So just as far as traveling goes, unfortunately, there's some streets that are better than others. And, you know, unfortunately on the exterior, I would say Congress, South Congress, and Lamar aren't really the quickest streets to drive down, but South First is. So if you're heading from, you know, 290, so south of us to downtown, and you want to get there quickly, I would say South First is the quickest way to get there. So it just seems like the lights are synced up really well and it runs pretty smoothly. So during COVID, some of these streets were shut down to cars, some of the side streets, to allow kind of just more residents to take to the roads. And some of them they've actually kept that way, I think. So all right, we are headed to Magnolia Cafe. Like I said, that's I would say the best dining spot in town. We of course have the chains like Snooze and things like that, but and my brother's a big fan of the downtown Diner 24 diner, but Magnolia is really a staple. It used to be open 24/7, but since COVID their hours have cut back, and now I don't think they open till 8 a.m. Which is unfortunate because our little kids are awake much earlier than that. So this is the infamous SoCo, or South Congress. We're just going to take it down a little bit. Like I said, this splits Travis Heights and Bouldin Creek down the middle. And so, you know, you'll see some of these places or some of this drive on the Travis Heights tour. But right now, we're just going to check out a couple spots and then duck back into Bouldin Creek. So South Congress doesn't have as many bars or things like that stay open late. It's really a weekend place, so you'll see a ton of families here on the weekend. There's Magnolia Cafe. Get the Flaco taco. You will not be disappointed. Here's Torchy Tacos. By far the best chips and queso you could get anywhere, not just in Austin, but anywhere. I will stand by that. All right, we'll take South Congress down another block. Side setback construction. All right, let's go one more over. South Congress Hotel here on the right. When that was getting built, I thought the brick looked ugly, but they brought in the metal, and really just, I now think it's amazing architecture and looks amazing with the kind of the juxtaposed materials and contrasting colors and so forth. All right, we're back in Bouldin Creek. Just gonna drive down some of these neighborhood streets. Another thing in Austin that many people probably don't know about, but that is we are home of the Texas School for the Deaf. So we're just gonna head over there so you can see what that's like. You know, the way I found out it existed, frankly, was I lived in Travis Heights, and so pretty close here. And several years ago, in the early days of Uber, I took an Uber and realized my Uber driver was deaf. And then that happened like twice within a couple weeks. And so I kind of was just trying to figure out why, is that a thing or what? And it's just because we have a big deaf contingent population here in Austin, and there it is to the right. All right, so that was Bouldin Creek. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions or want to see any more of Bouldin Creek, please just reach out to us on ridingwithagents.com, and hope you all have a good one.